It'll come to me. Wow. Wow, wow,
We're
wow.
here.
We're both here with zero tech issues.
The fact that we're here and we just got here and we haven't been here for 45 minutes already trying to get here is
Miraculous.
miraculous. I did just think that pause, though, was like, oh my God, it's starting. But it was just a dramatic pause for effect.
See, this is why we need some
Tech?
sort
Help?
of... Yes, help. We need like a studio. We need
Todd.
Todd to help us.
We should email Todd and be like, Todd, you said to email us with anything, any questions we had. Help?
Can you come reset my Wi-Fi?
Yeah. How are you? Rachel, I would like to start today by giving you a compliment.
Oh, I love that.
I just love the way that you wear a puffy sleeve. You really, really wear a puffy sleeve very well.
I love a puffy sleeve.
But Rachel, not everyone can wear a puffy sleeve. Some people are worn by the puffy sleeve, like
It's
myself.
true.
You command the puffy sleeve.
I think you could also wear a puffy sleeve. Why not?
It's just not the same for me as it is for you. I see you in a puffy sleeve. You wore one on your Instagram the other day. We had a call where you were wearing a puffy sleeve, which I found out the outfit that I was wearing, my sister later told me looked like I was into either Mormonism clothing. Modesty. She said
Garments?
I looked like I was going for, my style had turned to the modest Christian style, which... No shame. Love that for everyone, but wasn't what I was going for.
Not what you were.
You turned up in a gorgeous puffy sleeved dress. And so I just had to say, Rachel, that I love a puff for you.
Thank
and you
you.
wear it well and you just look fantastic.
Thank you. It actually wasn't a dress. It was a top,
Oh.
which I've been really experimenting with my style thanks to Newly. This episode
love
is
that.
sponsored by Newly. No, it's not.
From your mouth to Newly's ears.
We would happily take it.
Still no sponsors, guys.
No, I just don't shop anymore. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't like going shopping. Shopping online feels annoying to me too. So I've been just getting fun new pieces from Newly every month. And yeah, it's kind of fun to just wear not slop a couple of times
Sure.
throughout the month, you know?
You have great personal style. And I think personal style also goes down to accessories. And you are a great accessorizer.
I love a necklace.
You'd love a necklace. You layer a necklace so well. That's Rachel. That is not something that comes naturally to people like myself.
These are so many compliments. You said just one.
I know. I just can't stop. I see you and I can't stop. But
Okay, wait.
all
Side
right.
note though, you mentioned Mormonism, and I
Yeah.
realized we haven't circled back to this in weeks. Have you watched
back.
the new season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, or are you not watching?
Rachel, that came out like weeks ago. Of course,
I
I've watched
know.
every single episode within the 2-day span of it being released.
You know that I'm always late with these things. I
Yes.
watched the first episode, loved it, couldn't get enough, and then stopped. I don't know why. Love Island has really taken over my life.
Rachel, I think you should never watch Love Island again. I think you're doing it incorrectly because I think it's supposed to be something you enjoy and not treat it as like a homework assignment that no one asked you to complete.
That's literally what it feels like. Every night we're like, oh,
It's also over. It's been over for
it's been over. I know who wins. There are
And
so
you're
many.
still watching it?
Well, here's the problem is last night we watched the first episode of Casa Amor. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, Rachel, didn't that happen months ago?
Yes. Like June, maybe
Yeah.
May. But we were gone, so we didn't get to watch, and we need to just give up on it. But now it's like finally starting to get good. 'Cause
Right.
the Casa episodes are the best.
But isn't the point of also watching Love Island that it's a shared cultural experience that you're
Yes.
with the world on, that you're all like talking about and
And it's all on social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is absolutely the point.
so so you and Marley are just in a void like, wow, that Casa Amor was crazy.
Every single night.
Searching like social media posts from weeks ago to like get that hit.
It's so bad.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Do you think you can quit or no?
I don't know if I can.
Do we need to stage an intervention?
Maybe.
Is Marley enjoying it?
Marley's enjoying it maybe more. Like I'm
Wow.
fine to just sit and read my book at night and he will just throw it on. And I'm like, last night we got home from our anniversary dinner and he put it on. I was like, what are you doing? But there we were watching the full episode, 90
Wait,
minutes.
What anniversary was this?
Number 9.
Wow.
I know. It was our wedding anniversary, which he doesn't really take that seriously. Do you guys celebrate your wedding anniversary or your dating anniversary? Like, what's the most important anniversary, do you feel?
Every morning when we wake up and we're still married to each other, we decide, well, I guess we're doing it again today. And by
they
it,
do
I
say
mean
that
life.
you need to. They do say you need to wake up every day and choose each other. So
Yes, and we do.
that's beautiful.
Yes. No, we've never been big. I mean, I think it's hard when you've got really young kids.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We've never been big anniversary celebrators.
No,
Are
us
you?
either.
And
Not
I
really.
also, we've talked about this before. I'm not a gift giver. I don't like giving gifts. So I'm not big on the like anniversary gift thing. I don't want to do that.
I don't
at
want
all.
to do it. Last night we were like, so what are we doing for our 10th? He's like, well, we should get each other presents probably, right? I was like, do we have to?
So what did you guys do? You just went to dinner last night?
We just went to a 5:30 dinner.
I love that.
That's all we ever do. That's our classic date.
And then watch Casa Amor.
And then watch Casa Amor. So pathetic. Is this what it's like to be in your late 30s / he's 40?
See, I think though that's the wrong way to read it. I'm like, that sounds fantastic.
It's actually true. I guess if you're single in your 20s, that's what you dream of having someday, right? Like, you gotta keep that perspective. I guess that's
Just
true.
some jacked guy next to you who wants to watch Casa Amor and talk about like what's going on. Take your kids on bike rides and go to a 5:30 dinner. Like, that's
Oh my
heaven.
gosh. Don't get jealous, everybody.
Did you wear puffy sleeves?
I did. I wore that same puffy sleeve shirt to dinner.
There you
I sure
go.
did. And some
There you
cute
go.
new jeans. Yeah, thanks again, Newly.
I love that. They should sponsor us. Wait, I do want to ask you though about your style. Have you always felt like a stylish person,
No.
or like like you feel like you have a personal style?
I feel like I do have a personal style. Yeah, I do. And I've always been into clothes and fashion, but I'm more of a bargain shopper. Like
You're a Maxinista.
I'm a Maxinista. You know, most of my clothes are from either Old Navy or Gap. I feel like in the last couple of years, I've started to invest more in, you know, I have like a couple of nice sweaters and a couple of nice pairs of jeans and stuff.
Yeah.
But
See, right now, Rachel, I'm looking at you, and you've got your hair in a little half-up bun. You've got a necklace on. You're wearing a button-down shirt that is so relaxed. And if
from
I
Old
did
Navy,
that,
Old Navy.
if I did that, I would look like a pencil eraser wearing
You
like
would
a
not.
work shirt, like
You
a
would not.
man's. But it's just the casualness of it. I feel like you give casual, I give maximum visible effort. And that's the difference.
I don't think that's true. Well, here's the thing. I think I've just learned what I'm comfortable in and what looks 50% decent on me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think everything is a home run, but I love oversized. I love like more masculine silhouettes, like button downs, oversized shirts, baggier jeans. I don't like things that are tight at all.
Feel that.
And Marley joked that he didn't even see my elbows for like our first 4 dates. Because I love a high neckline.
Wow, yeah.
But yeah, I think I've just leaned into what I feel confident and comfortable in, and I just kind of repeat that over and over and over again. I'm a big
love
time
that.
outfit repeater.
Yeah.
A la
That's
Lizzie
great.
McGuire.
My daughter, I'm not a big fashion person. I'm not a big hair and makeup person. My mom growing up was never like big into I mean, she always looked put together, but she was never big into makeup. So like I never learned makeup from her.
No, same.
She had a classic mom 90s haircut, so I never like learned hair from her. I had to teach myself how to French braid. Like she didn't know how to do any of that, which again, none of this is a slam, but I just feel like I wasn't raised around like the getting done up, the getting really dressed, the hair, the makeup. And so I don't have those skills. And I do think they're actual legitimate skills. Like knowing,
for sure.
knowing how to do your makeup well, that's artistry.
It 100%
Like
is.
Michelangelo who? Like you can
100%.
I saw you using that big old brush the other day on Instagram and I didn't even know what was happening. But my daughter is very already into clothes and accessories. And I will try to get dressed, and I'm a real t-shirts and shirts girl, and she will run into my closet. She can barely speak. And she goes, dress, pink dress, and is pulling out dresses for me. And I'm like, she's already shaming me. And she like can't.
It's
you know.
so funny the opinions that toddlers have. Lenny last night, because I was getting dressed and I put shoes on that she has never seen before. They were just a ballet flat, but like I don't wear anything but Birkenstocks normally. And so she was looking at these flats. She had the biggest meltdown that she's had probably in weeks because she didn't have those same shoes.
Stop.
She was like, I want these shoes. These shoes have to be mine. Like all this stuff. And I just was like, I don't know what to tell you. I can get you a pair of ballet flats. Like that's not a problem, but it can't happen right this moment.
Right.
We've got to go.
Right.
But yeah, she's also very opinionated about that kind of stuff. She's every time I do my makeup, which again is maybe once a week, she is all up in my makeup bag, putting shit on herself. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. And it makes me think it's something that I would maybe like to learn more about just because she's expressing such a clear interest in fashion. And oh God, I'm tired just even thinking about it.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. Did you ever go, I'm trying to think of like where I really learned to do makeup, and it was two things. Which, again, very minimal makeup. I don't really know how to do most stuff. But one was my mom's best friend when I was growing up was a Mary Kay representative.
Oh.
So I'll never forget this one day because my mom was the same way as you. She never wore makeup.
Yeah.
She was like not a dolled up type of person at all. But her friend was very into it. And so one day, I think I was probably 11 or 12. But one day my mom was like, okay, girls, Phyllis is going to come over and she's going to give you a makeup lesson. And she literally came to our house with all of these Mary Kay makeup samples.
But I love that though.
Taught us how to do all this stuff. It was so cute. And I thought it was
so
like
cute.
the coolest thing ever. But then when I was getting ready for proms, did
you break out Phyllis's Mary Kay samples?
We did not. But we went to the Nordstrom counter.
Uh-huh.
And thought we were so fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And we would book, you could, back then, I don't know if it's the same now, but back then you could book a free makeup appointment if you just bought some products.
Yeah.
So you would get a full face of makeup done essentially for free if you would buy like a lip gloss.
Yep.
So we would do that. And then the person who was doing our makeup would just kind of like show us and tell us how to do it.
Yeah.
We never replicated it, but it was fun to learn.
We used to do that, but the makeup counter we chose was the MAC makeup counter.
Oh, you were that girl.
I was that girl, which I should not have been that girl, because if you're familiar with MAC makeup, it's quite not heavy. For one who doesn't wear a lot of makeup. It is not okay. I had like full geisha makeup. Anytime I went to MAC, it was not good.
MAC was very notoriously heavy-handed.
Very heavy-handed. I believe is MAC is still a thing. It's like very pigmented.
Very pigmented. Very like matte.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Not a lot of sheer.
No.
Or shimmery.
Listen.
Very opaque.
Shouldn't have been there. It was me like 16 years old with braces walking out with like a full MAC makeup look.
And like a full cut crease eyeshadow, like purple glitter. Yeah.
Huge false eyelashes.
Oh my God. You need to get a picture.
I'll find one. I also was very into, for some reason in the early aughts, it was very big to line your waterline on both sides with black eyeliner. Yeah. So I did a lot of that work.
Mm-hmm.
So
eyes just looking teeny tiny.
Which everybody says,
which we all know is
you always just want to minimize those eyes as much as possible.
What were we doing?
I have very my eyes go down, and my cousin wanted to be a makeup artist, and for Christmas one year she got this like huge makeup set and things of brushes and all of this, and she was like so excited. She was like, I'm gonna do your makeup, and she started doing mine, and the shape of my eyes frustrated her so much she decided she didn't want to be a makeup artist anymore. She was like, I can't do this. I don't know what's happening. And she literally changed her career passions from trying to do makeup on my face.
What does she do now?
Interestingly enough, she still works in the makeup industry as like doing formulations and like coming up with products. Like that. So she's in that world. But my face was so frustrating to her that she moved on.
I don't get it. What is so difficult about your eyes? They look totally normal.
Thank you so much. I don't know. I think it just... sometimes when you're in whatever hellish phase of your period it is, where you look in the mirror and it's like your face is rearranged itself.
Yes.
I think that's maybe how it presents for makeup time to people.
Okay. I don't think so. I think that was her problem, honestly.
Maybe. Speaking of, I know you said you came into this podcast saying you have absolutely nothing to talk about, which is, listen, as your co-host, I love to hear it. And I'm being serious because that just means to me,
more time.
baby girl, get going. And I've got a whole list for you.
More Caitlyn time. Here we go.
Which everybody has been begging for.
Probably.
No, just kidding. I'm waiting for the day that the review comes of like, can Caitlyn please stop talking?
No, I don't think that day will ever come.
Nobody, don't ever write that anybody, please.
No, she will spiral.
I will. Yeah. Let me tell you, I will go to Mac. I will get a full face of makeup so nobody will ever recognize me, and you will never see me again. Okay. Speaking of, though, things we were talking about our moms being good at makeup, not being good at makeup. I've been going through my mom's 90s summer folder that she gave me, and in classic 90s mom fashion, I've done none of the things that I said I was going to do, and I haven't even looked at them.
Not even the trash bag filled with water?
Not even the trash bag filled with water, but I did accidentally stumble upon in August 1992 the suggestion of having an ethnic day.
What?
Where you travel to different ethnic neighborhoods and try different ethnic foods. That's word for word.
I wish everyone could see my face right now.
Rachel's face is, oh my God, that sounds fantastic. No, I'm just kidding. It's absolute horror. I was horrified too.
Wow.
Another one, Rachel. People in the 90s were not okay. Do you want to know what another one was? Get in your car and drive 100 miles in any direction. And wherever you end up, that's where your day will be.
This is why
our
planet is on fire.
Yeah, 100 miles is far.
So far. That is insane to just drive 100 miles for zero reason.
With your kids and be like, here we are, children.
Climate change, heard of it?
Yeah.
Like, what?
So, haven't done any of those, but
okay.
It did get me thinking that there were things growing up that my mom did that felt like this is peak mom. This is what being a mom is. And one of them is being a real holiday mom. Like we had separate sheets for Christmas time. We had separate plates and mugs for Valentine's Day. My mom would buy the green bagels for St. Patrick's Day. Like those kinds of things. And they were so fun and I loved them. And when I think about my childhood, they were such a big part of it. But for some, and I imagine, to me, like I said, that was what being a good mom was.
Looked like, yeah.
And I, for some reason, cannot get into being a holiday mom. But
it's okay.
I want to be.
Maybe you just pick one holiday. Maybe you don't have to do all of them.
Yeah.
You just pick your favorite and you like really do it up for that one.
Yeah.
You know what I think
it is? Sometimes I feel like I rebel so much against the Instagram side of holiday mom and how insane it is and doing all this stuff. And every holiday is a basket. And for St. Patrick's Day, you have to like build a rainbow through your house and like
a leprechaun trap. Don't even fucking get me started.
Yeah. Tiny pieces of gold. The leprechaun's like shitting out like throughout your house. And it ends in a giant like balloon display of toys.
Absolutely never.
And I think seeing that has pushed me so far the other way of doing nothing.
Yeah.
When there could be a very happy medium.
Oh, for sure.
And I think there's also, when I think about being a holiday mom too, I think it's really just about making an ordinary day feel just a little bit fun and
just
special.
A little extra special, totally.
But in my head, I feel like, oh, if it's not, a rainbow balloon arch display that has wheels and mechanics that they can ride into school, then it's not worth it. I think you can do a smaller version.
It feels like it has to be all or nothing. What's your favorite holiday? Which one would you want to go all out for?
I really like Halloween.
I do too.
Halloween's fun.
Halloween is so fun. Yeah,
do you do full family costumes?
We have. So one of my favorite costumes that we've ever done was during COVID. We dressed up as Tiger King. So wait, I need to find this photo of Marley. So he was obviously Tiger King. I was Carol Baskin, and then Noe was a baby, so she was a tiger. Otto was a toddler. He was a lion. And it was so cute and fun. But then as the kids get older, they just get more opinionated about costumes, so we kind of do more mix and match lately.
Did Marley have a fake eyebrow ring?
Just wait. He didn't have the eyebrow ring, but he did have lots of jewelry, and he had a.
You taught him how to layer necklaces.
And he wore a wig.
Oh my God.
Wig. Wait.
Stop. Rachel,
how good?
You have to put that on Instagram.
Oh, I absolutely will.
Also, Rachel, you look fantastic as a blonde.
Thank you. I actually did. I used to be blonde. I used to dye my hair blonde.
Full blonde?
Not bleach,
yeah,
but very heavily highlighted.
That is hysterical, Rachel.
Isn't that so funny? And look at this little chunky baby tiger. How cute is that?
Oh my God.
I know. I love Halloween. I think it's so fun. It's so fun. And now our kids are older and they have where they go to school, they shut down the whole entire block around the school. So it's this like party in the streets. Everyone's trick-or-treating. Cool. Everyone's passing out little drinks. It's so much fun.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, I feel like you could do easy. I think I'm going to be a holiday mom, an easy holiday mom.
Do it.
But I think the key is not doing it for Instagram because that's what everybody else is doing it.
Exactly. The kids don't care if everything looks perfect and aesthetic. They just care that it's a little bit different and extra special and fun. It doesn't have to be anything insane.
Right.
Take that pressure off.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I will.
You are so welcome.
Do you have any Pink Girl summer updates?
Nope.
Rachel,
I don't know if the pings are getting through.
That's what I think, Rachel. I don't think you're open enough to the pings.
How do I open myself up to pings?
You need to sit quietly and close your eyes.
You've already lost me. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
No, I need to try.
You also, pings aren't going to come to you if you aren't telling the universe, like, send me some pings. Here's what I'm like looking for. Like, you've asked the universe for signs before and you got them.
You're right. And you know what? I just actually saw a video which led me to someone's Instagram page / book that I really want to get called Signs.
Oh.
Have you
Is it by Laura Lynn Jackson or something?
Yes. Yes. It looks incredible. And it's all about, it's not really, I don't know if it's about asking the universe per se, but asking past loved ones for signs. And she says, I guess her whole thing is to be like very, very specific.
You have to be very specific
in what you ask for.
Yes.
And there's this video on her page that made me sob, if anybody wants a good cry. But it was this mom who had lost her child, and she asked for a red Lego. But she asked for the red Lego like to be somewhere totally unexpected where you wouldn't normally find a Lego.
Yeah.
And it's about how this, well, I won't spoil it for anybody that wants to go look at it, but
well, I think we can all assume she finds a red Lego somewhere.
She does, but I won't ruin it.
Okay.
Spoiler, she finds the Lego. But no,
it would be a very depressing version of the story if it's like, and then she never got it. And just still 30 years later, she's still looking for that red Lego.
No, but I think the key is to be specific.
You have to be very specific.
Yeah.
I've recently been asking for signs, and the way that they've come through to me, and it's crazy.
Okay, what are you wanting a sign for? Can you share?
Well, I can't share what I'm wanting a sign for, but I'll tell you what the sign is.
Okay.
So one sign I asked for was a blue butterfly.
Yes.
So I was listening to a podcast where this person was talking about signs, and I had been thinking I need to ask for a sign, but nothing felt right. Mm-hmm. And she was like, sometimes I ask for a blue butterfly. And I was like, oh, that just felt right to me. If like, that's what I'm going to ask for. And then I started seeing blue butterflies everywhere. And then the other day I was like, I really need another sign. I need to see a blue butterfly today. I'm listening to this podcast again, an episode that this person had recorded in 2020. And I'm listening to it, and she's like talking about a trip to Bali. And she was like, oh, when I was in Bali, I saw all these butterflies. And the person interviewing her said, oh, were they like monarch butterflies? And she said, no, they were the most beautiful blue butterflies that you would ever see. And like that to me.
Weird.
Right? Once I also asked for a sign, and it was very specific. I wanted to see a very specific looking flower. And then I was watching the show Chernobyl on HBO about the nuclear meltdown at Chernobyl. And wouldn't you know, in that show, they're walking through a destroyed classroom because it's just full of nuclear waste. And painted on the side of the classroom is that flower that I specifically wanted to see.
No way.
Now that sign is a complicated sign because you're thinking, why am I seeing it in Chernobyl where people can no longer live because it's a radioactive wasteland? Does this mean that the universe is like,
what does that mean?
Don't do this sign? But it was, so, you know, sometimes it's like, that was a little iffy. Would have loved to have seen it elsewhere. But it was like, you know, rabid dogs with like mutated DNA.
But you know what? When you're asking for a sign, it's, you know, beggars can't be choosers. You just have to take what you're given, I think.
Very true, Rachel.
Speaking of which, I saw on your Instagram that people were asking how you know it's time to have another baby.
Thank you for that segue, Rachel, because I completely forgot that was something we were going to talk about, and I was just going to like dive into Chernobyl.
You are so welcome, and I think we should avoid Chernobyl. Sure. But no, I think a lot of people think they need this crazy sign, or they need their life to look a certain way or be perfect or settled in some way to have another baby.
100%.
And I think that's the wrong way to think about it.
Yes. So I randomly, out of nowhere, got a bunch of DMs asking how I had decided to have a second baby. And I think that's because I probably shared that my first postpartum, while I didn't have any diagnosed PPD or PPA or anything like that, my first postpartum wasn't great.
Yeah.
So I randomly got a lot of questions about that. And I asked, do you guys want me to talk about this? And I've never had more responses before of people saying, yes, I'm in this exact position. I don't know when to have another baby. I don't know if I want to have another baby. So for me, I always knew growing up I wanted to have multiple kids. I didn't want to just have one. I'm super close to my sister. I just have a sister. My husband is an only child, which was not helpful in this discussion.
Right.
So I had my son, and the day after I have him, I looked to my husband. I said, I never want to do this again. Like, I don't ever want to have another child. The early postpartum was horrible. It was not enjoyable. My sister and I are 2 years apart. For some reason in my brain, I thought 2 years was how far apart kids should be. Like, I had ingrained that somehow. I was shocked by how difficult the decision was to have another child, even though I had always thought I wanted one. I did not think I would question it as much as I did. I did not think I would struggle with it as much as I did. I didn't feel quote unquote ready to even start thinking about it until my son was like almost 2 years old. Same. So at the time I would have thought I would have been having my second. It took me that long to mentally even get ready to think about trying to have another.
Yep. What
I thought about was and this is not saying only having one is the wrong choice. In no way, shape, or form is being one and done wrong. But for me, I did know, because I had experienced a close sibling relationship, that I did want my son to have that experience. That was important to me. What was really difficult was my husband was like, nobody needs a sibling. You don't need a sibling. I didn't have a sibling, and I was fine. And I was like, this is not helping me at all with this decision. I also realized you cannot rationalize it. In this day and age, like, hello, tariffs, hello, climate, like, do we actually know if the planet will be here in 50 years?
Right.
Not really.
Right.
It is not a rational choice to have another child. So to me, I had to stop trying to rationalize it. Because in no way, shape, or form was it rational. I also think people get really hung up on money. Yes, having a kid is so expensive, but you don't need all of the money to raise a child at the moment you decide to have the child.
Right.
So you don't need to be able to pay for college at the moment your baby is born.
Right.
And I think that's something that people think about too, of like, will you have 18 years to make more money or do more things to be able to afford? So that was a helpful mind shift for me too, because I was like, I can't afford 2 kids right now. And then I was like, but I'm not needing to afford them at the level right now that I eventually will.
Right.
And hopefully Newly will sponsor us so I can get to that level eventually. And I also think I had to really do some weird reworking around like age gaps and thinking that for some reason kids had to be 2 years apart. And I think 3 years apart and more is amazing. Like they will still be so close. It will be so much easier. I love my kids are like 2 years and 8 months apart. So I really just, for me, I got to the point too where more than anything, it wasn't that I felt ready. I never felt ready. It's a crazy thing to ever feel ready for it. But I just wanted to move on with my life.
Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to have another baby, and I wanted to stop thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to stop thinking about whether or not I was going to do it, when I was going to do it. I felt like I was being so held back by the idea of it more than anything that I just was like, I need to move on with my life and either get this process started. I can't keep living in this will I, won't I, when's the right time. So I just was like, you know what? We're going to pull the trigger. I will have 10 months to feel ready emotionally. I can do everything differently than I did the first time. That was huge for me too. Knowing that I could do everything differently, knowing that I didn't have to have the same postpartum experience, knowing that I got through it once and I can get through it again. That was all very helpful for me.
That's huge. Yeah, I would agree with all of that. I think the age gap thing is huge. I think so many people, for some reason, feel this intense pressure to have like 2 under 2 or to have their
what
kids.
is that? Where does that come from?
No, I think it's propaganda. Like, it's honestly
patriarchy.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because people are having kids later now that like you do.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes have to have them closer in age because you're getting older, but I don't know what that's about. But yeah. I like you, I couldn't even think about doing it again until my kid was sleeping through the night, which was not till he was 1. And then even after that, I needed a beat. Like, I needed a minute to just feel like myself again, reconnect with my husband. Like, we just needed a minute. So yeah, we didn't start thinking about it until he was 18 months. And then with our third, we didn't start thinking about it until the middle one was 2. So our kids all have a closer to 3-year age gap, and it's nice. It's really nice. And they're all still so close.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are 5 years apart, the oldest and the youngest, are also really sweet together.
I think that's a very sweet gap for sure. I also think too, there is a difference between the things you're thinking about to go from 1 to 2 and to go from 2 to 3, because societally 1 to 2 is expected and accepted, and 2 to 3, people look at you like you're psychotic.
They look at us like we're the Duggars.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Which I was very into the Duggars for a while, but that's a tale for another time.
Of course you were.
It's right up my interest alleyway.
I will say, just like a quick plug, I know this is like a lighthearted podcast, but if anybody's really struggling with this decision and really having a hard time deciding if you want more or if you want to be one and done, I will plug my other podcast just very briefly.
I'll allow.
Okay. It's called No One Told Us, in case anybody doesn't know, but I had a therapist come on who was amazing, and we did a whole episode about this exact topic. And she thinks she's one and done personally, so she kind of shares her reasons for that and shares just kind of the things that she would go through with her clients, her therapy clients, to like really make that decision in a super supportive and healthy way. So
that's helpful.
I don't remember what number episode it is, but it was recent.
You can link it in the show notes.
Sure, we can.
Yeah. I think for me, really the defining one was knowing in my bones I wanted it to happen and wanting to be out of this stage of questioning it more than anything. So I never felt ready. I never had a moment where I was like, now's the time I'm ready to do it.
Yeah. I think people wait around for that magical feeling to enter their bodies. Like they're just going to all of a sudden be ready. And I don't know that you ever can be.
No, I don't think so. So I think if that's what you're waiting for, it's never going to happen. You just kind of have to take the jump.
Yeah. You should be like in a probably healthy, stable stage in your relationship and like have support that you might need, whether that's mental health or logistically or whatever. But yeah, I think nothing's ever going to be totally perfect. The money thing too, I think is huge. But oh my God, I was talking to my sister yesterday. I told you I got off a fucking 1-hour phone call with my sister.
Which one?
The youngest one, the newlywed. So she lives in Connecticut and they're starting to think about like, okay, do we want to move before we start having kids? Do we want to stay where we are and just kind of update our house? What do we want to... And she started looking at daycare costs in her town. Do you want to guess what it is? Because I haven't had daycare payments in 6 years.
No, what is it?
$4,500 a month.
For a baby?
For a like 2-year-old.
For a 2-year-old?
Yeah.
That is insane.
It's, I guess, the place that's closest to her. It's like a really nice...
Wow.
Super high quality place. I don't think they take babies, so she wouldn't actually use it, but she was just kind of, price shopping around. My jaw hit the floor.
Yeah. I mean, that is cost you do need. That is going to be a cost.
That's the one you need immediately is the daycare cost.
Is
everything else,
childcare.
like you mentioned, college and stuff like that, you can figure out later.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you have to move homes, if you have to get a bigger home or, you know, daycare, nanny, whatever you're going to use, like that is a cost you have to think about sooner than later. And it is insane.
It is insane. I will say though, too, I do think people feel like they need big houses. But again, kids are very small for a long time.
That's what I was telling her too, because she's like, your house is smaller than mine and you have 3 kids. How bad is it really to share a bathroom with your 3 children that are almost as tall as you are now? And I was like, you know what? You're like a goldfish. You get used to your surroundings.
Yes.
There are people that live in one room with a huge family. Like the world has all different types of families.
Exactly. And like I said, they are very tiny.
They're very
for a long time. Like they can sleep.
Especially if you procreate with someone else that's not that large.
Exactly.
Which is a good move, honestly.
To find a tinier person.
To find a small person to have kids with.
So that's Rachel's number one takeaway.
Yeah. Don't marry like an NBA player because then you need a bigger house because your children are going to be gigantic. Imagine having like 3 6-foot teenagers living in your home. Imagine how much food they would need to eat.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
That's something that we are dealing with now is my oldest is almost 8 and the amount that he eats is...
He's big.
Wild.
Yeah.
And he's like a big kid for his age for sure, but it's absolutely insane. And I said to Marley, do you think this is normal? And he says, oh yeah, like you should have
just
seen
wait.
me. He's like, just wait till he's 13. Because it was him and his brother, so 2 boys. And he's like, our parents used to have to go to Costco and it would all be gone in a day.
Wow.
Like,
okay, so maybe for the money
food
thing,
costs also.
so maybe disregard what I said.
Get a Costco membership now.
You get on that now. Start learning how to maybe like grow. I said this on Instagram today. If you can figure out how to grow blueberries in your own home, because there's going to come a time,
thousands.
Yeah, where you are like running through a punnet of blueberries a day. I think that's what they're called. Punnet?
Punnet? What?
Yeah, that's like what the little box is.
Is it?
I'm looking it up right now.
I always call it like a pint.
Punnet.
Do you mean the little foamish kind of green box?
A punnet of blueberries refers to a small, usually shallow container of blueberries. Punnets are commonly used for packaging and selling berries.
Wow. I learned something new today.
You guys, you're welcome. Rachel, is there anything else that you have to share today?
How is nothing else I have to contribute.
Okay. So have children with tiny men and we're done.
That's it.
That's all I got.
That's all I had for you today. No, what were you about to ask me?
Oh, I was going to ask you if you had how your book club reading was going.
It's going good. I'm almost 50% done.
Okay, great.
So I feel happy with that.
Yeah.
I am really liking it. I think, we can recap in another episode.
Yes,
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I will say if anybody is thinking about doing it or they've started it and they're not really sure, I will say stick it out.
Yeah.
I did feel that the first few chapters were very repetitive.
Yes.
Very, very dark. Not that the whole book isn't dark in general, but the first few chapters especially I think are a little tough to get through.
Yeah.
But then it gets much better. Also, people keep asking me where to get it. I literally just Googled it and it was the first link I found and I downloaded it. I might have Google viruses on my computer now. I don't know, but that's how I got it.
People can email me. I will say we are recording this today, July 31st. It's Harry Potter's birthday.
Is it?
It is. And I would like to say my gift to Harry Potter for his birthday is a big fuck you. You whiny little ungrateful bitch ass. Get a fucking hairbrush and shut the fuck up, Harry.
That's not a spoiler, by the way.
It's not a spoiler. That comes through on like page 1.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I do have some fun suggestions for what we're going to read next.
Oh, okay.
That I'll share for a book club because I know obviously there were people that passed on joining this one that are hoping.
But they want to get started on the next one?
Yes.
Okay,
so
great.
We'll share that. Rachel, you did have a ping. I forced a ping onto you. I forced you to DM Danny Pellegrino and ask him to come on our podcast.
I did. And I did. I was so brave.
And you did.
And he said, so he just had a
He
baby.
responded?
Yeah. I forgot to tell you he responded.
Oh my God, Rachel.
I saved it for the podcast. I mean, it was totally intentional.
Okay.
So he responded and he said, hey, that's so sweet. Once I'm, I'm kind of still drowning with the baby, but
Sure.
maybe and I was like, that's totally fair. I still feel that way 7 years into parenthood, baby.
Wow.
So I get it.
Rachel, that is huge.
He has like a newborn.
He's a newborn.
Yeah.
We are getting such beautiful rejections from people. And that's what following your ping is you're going to get turned down, but you're going to get turned in a really nice way.
I felt great about it.
That's fantastic, because that's not a no.
It's not a no. I felt great about it. I feel like if I just am patient and keep keep him in my orbit, keep tagging him in things. Yeah.
Yes. You know what? What do they say? No is just a no for now.
Do they say that?
I think Kris Jenner might say something like that.
That sounds right.
And listen, I've said this once and I'll say it again. I think Kris Jenner should go down in history as one of the greatest business minds of all time.
She absolutely will. She absolutely will. Most ethical? No. Brilliant? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What she has done? Unbelievable.
Absolutely. Iconic.
And you know what's really great? She didn't do this until she was like 50.
You know what? That is so true.
And I think that's important for us to remember.
She really didn't have this level of success until her children were grown.
Exactly. You can still build an evil empire in your 50s. The sky's the limit.
You could still become a billionaire. There's still time for all of us.
Wow.
That is inspiring. Were you going to share the book list, or what was that?
Oh,
or the book ideas? Oh, okay. So do you have any in mind or no?
Yeah, I do have 2 in mind.
Oh,
okay. I'll tell you.
Because then maybe people can vote or tell us which one they think.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. So did you read the James Fry books, Million Little Pieces, the whole Oprah?
No, I thought those were canceled.
Okay. Well, technically parts of them, it came out, were not true. Okay. But who cares?
Right. It's just a story.
And Oprah took him to task. I think it was horrible. The books are amazing. The messages were still amazing. I have read everything else he's written, and I've been very interested. He wrote this very weird fantasy series. Anyways,
okay.
He just came out with a new book, and he was a bartender on Watch What Happens Live, and he was talking about it, and it sounded very fun. And I haven't looked into it yet, actually. But he made it sound like it was a very sexy, summery, dark romp that they don't write anymore, which sounded great.
Love.
And then somebody I follow on Instagram, a friend of mine who has a book club that I tried to join once, she told me I couldn't join it regardless.
Rude.
She still posts a lot of book recommendations, and Taylor Jenkins Reid has a new book out.
What's it called?
Written a ton.
I love her books.
Yeah. She has a new one that I haven't read yet, and this person I follow said it was possibly her favorite book of the year.
Ooh.
So I don't know the name of it. Atmosphere?
Maybe? Oh, no, I didn't read that one. I just read, which one did I read? I finished one of her books in one sitting on a plane recently. Let me look up which one it was.
Yeah, this one is called Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Okay, but also, and then I thought too, for October.
Maybe in Another Life. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I've stumbled upon a genre of books that are apparently cozy witch stories set in Gilmore Girls towns.
I don't know.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, maybe
I'll
for
read
the
that
fall.
privately.
Maybe for spooky Halloween season. I hate the Gilmore Girls, so you lost me with that. I know that's a controversial opinion I have.
Is it controversial because do you hate them? Wait, it's because you watched it for the first time later in life.
No, one of my college roommates was obsessed with it. And so that was kind of my first exposure. And I was like, get this off my screen. What is all of this bickering? Why are they talking so fast? And quipping at each other constantly. It was just the dialogue and writing was so irritating to me.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I'm looking up James Frey, and it says James Frey's new canceled guy sex novel is as bad as it sounds. Okay, so maybe I'll pick a different one.
They call him canceled guy, and they call it a sex novel.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
Okay, maybe I should have looked into this. You know what? We're going to read it. We're going to read it up on it, and we'll let people decide what they want to do.
Okay.
But we'll get there. I did, Rachel, have one other thing I want to talk about, but I'm going to save it for the next time, which is I have a really passionate monologue about water bottles. I'm going to...
Do you want to tease it at all and let us know?
Yeah, it's that if you're an adult, you shouldn't be drinking out of a straw in public.
That is a wild take. What about this type of water bottle? Is this acceptable to you? This is a straw.
That's a little bit more acceptable. This is the thing.
You
can drink out of a straw. You can drink out of a straw if it's for a beverage that is a brief moment in time. So if you have a iced coffee, have a straw.
Yeah,
if
you have to have a straw with an iced coffee.
Of course, an iced drink like that. But I don't want to see you all day long with a long straw coming out of your Stanley. It is very awkward to be making eye contact with someone as they drink out of a straw.
Did something happen to you?
Rachel,
what happened that made you form such a strong opinion?
I've just realized the Stanleys are taking over the world, and I don't want to watch an adult drink. I just think it's not something that it's something we need to take a step back on.
Okay.
Just think about it for a second.
So what type of
the
vessel
situation.
do you think is acceptable then?
So I have a new water bottle here.
Okay.
That has yours, Rachel, I think is okay. This is just an open top because I'm an adult. I don't need a sippy straw. I just drink out of an open container like an adult.
About that type of water bottle? I literally just watched an influencer with that exact water bottle yesterday.
About mold?
No. That too. I've seen that. But she drank a spider.
Okay, well, you know what? My husband sucked a bee into his mouth and got stung on his tongue from a straw. So
we're not safe.
We're not safe from anywhere. Also, like, you could, okay. Well, I don't love that. The mold I didn't care about. I was like, whatever. But
there's mold in everything.
There's mold in everything.
Just keep it closed.
But what I will say about this that I like is that it does have a little straw so your kids can still drink out of it too if you're worried about that. There's like a straw mechanism built in.
Okay. So you just don't like a long straw.
I just don't like a long straw, and I don't like somebody drink. I just think we all need to, like I said, take a step back and let your consciousness leave your body and watch yourself talking to an adult while you're slurping out of your Stanley. I think, is that what I'm wanting to present? Is this a
personal attack? This feels very personal.
No, because you don't have a long Stanley straw.
Yes, I do. I have this is one of mine, and then I also have the white one with the long straw that I use all the time that I love.
But are you drinking out of it all of the time in front of people? Like other strangers?
What strangers? I just told Marley yesterday I haven't left the house in 4 days.
Then perfect. You're fine.
I don't talk to anybody. I don't see anybody.
Listen, I'm going to workshop my monologue on straws for adults, pros and cons.
That'd be great.
And that will be for next time. Listen, if you love drinking out of your straw in front of everyone like a toddler, that's fine. I'm not going to take it from you. I'm just saying, like, maybe we need to take a step back.
That's fair enough. I look forward to hearing a more detailed argument.
Thank you. Is there anything else, Rachel, you have from everything else that you've brought to the table today? I mean, I've had to carry this podcast with my unprepared straw monologue, my canceled sex novels.
You've carried it on your back, and we all thank you for that. Next time I will come more prepared with a hot take that can rival your water bottle discussion. I promise.
No, I'm just joking. Don't worry about it. I did have another note. We'll save it for next time. Air conditioner / heater wars, because they say you marry either one person wants it at 78, one person wants it at 65. Heat and cold.
Yes. This is a big issue for a lot of couples, I feel.
Yeah. And so we'll dive into it next time.
Can't wait.
Do you like that? To be continued? Okay. Other quick things. So we're going to record the book club podcast soon. It will go up end of August. We'll come up with our new next book. We are still working on our New York event, which we are super excited about.
Yep. And we're going to start working on merch.
Yes. I do have a good idea for that.
Okay, great. Let's chat after.
Because I think I'm going to also, when we release our merch, I want to come out again with my Bad Moms and Babies Club shirt, like a rerun.
Great. Perfect.
Because I think that also applies.
100%. And that's like my favorite t-shirt. I wear it all the time.
And it looks so cute on you.
Thank you.
Stylish.
I love it so much. People are always asking me where it's from.
I know. Because then people come to me and they say, where can I buy it? And I say, nowhere.
Great business model. All right.
Okay, Rachel, follow a ping.
I will try.
Think of a sign.
I will try.
Come back to us with something.
I'll be more specific in my asks, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, ask for something super, super specific.
Okay.
Wait, think of right now what your sign is going to be and tell us what it is. It just has to be the first thing that comes to you.
Just a sign. But a sign for what? Like, it has to be a sign to some
How
bigger
about a
idea,
sign that you're like on the right path in life, that you're making the right moves?
Okay.
Does that feel right to you?
That feels fine. Okay, my sign is going to be... This is very hard.
Okay. The thing is, it has to be something that comes to you naturally. It can't be something that you're forcing.
But I feel like now I'm just looking around my office and I'm like, book, straw,
okay. Lamp,
apple.
Okay, how about your sign is a shiny red apple?
Okay, I see one right now.
Okay, that doesn't count. Okay. You go close your eyes and sit in silence. Think
All
about
right.
a sign. And
I'll update everybody next week.
You'll update us next
actually
week.
Really think about one. Okay. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.